Today, I'm going to do a video on AI for beginners, and we're going to start with ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you how to get started with ChatGPT to kind of start your journey in AI. You may just stop at ChatGPT and use that as AI for various things, or you might go on to other applications. But ChatGPT is a good baseline point. It's a good place to start. And we're going to start for free, so it won't cost you anything. Now, we're going to start out right now. We're not even going to create an account. So you can see this is chatgpt.com, and it brings up this prompt here, and it looks kind of like Google or a search engine. It says, what can I help you with? And to start off with, I'm going to ask it, what is the weather? And it's going to go here, and the first thing it does is it goes, can you tell me your location or city? This is because you're not even logged in. It doesn't know who you are, and you haven't talked to it. So I'm gonna just tell it my city's Fairfax, Virginia, and so now it's gonna look up what the weather is, and it gives me this nice little chart. And so it has today's weather, but it actually gave me what yesterday's weather was as well, and it's given me the next 5 days of weather, what the temperatures are, just like a little quick summary of each day, and a little note at the end and everything. So right here at the bottom of this answer, because it went onto the internet and looked stuff up, is sources. And so if I click on sources, you see this little pane opens up to the right, and it gives us all the sources it looked for to find this information. And so we can look at any of these sources and actually go to the articles on the internet that it looked at on this particular information. So when this little sources tag comes up, it's very helpful, particularly if you're researching something and you want to verify where it got the information from and verify its sources. You can do that. Or if you want to go to the sources and read further on something you asked it. So that's a very nice feature here. We just hit this X to close that. Now, we're not logged in, so all it remembers is what's in the current chat. But what we can do is, one thing that you'll want to get used to doing is creating new chats, because if you go to a new topic or whatever, a lot of times it's nice to start a new chat, particularly if what you were talking about before has no relevance to the new topic. It kind of clears the memory of it. And now when we log in, it will remember more stuff, and it will remember the full chat. But if we restart a chat without logging in, we lose everything in there. So if you want to save something, you want to hit this button right here to copy it and paste it into something, or just highlight everything and paste it into a document. So you'll want to save anything manually, if that's the case, if you're not logging in with an account. So if we go up over here to this icon, we can start the new chat. So we can clear the chat, and it actually just says right here what I said. It will discard everything. If you want to save chats, sign up and log in. All right, so we'll clear the chat. So this is a new chat. It started back over again at the main page here. And you'll notice there are all of these things down at the bottom here. These are to give you kind of suggestions to get you started. And so you can go through these and experiment with these at first. As you start talking to it, it's just like talking to a person. Once you get a conversation started, it goes where it's going to go. But sometimes it's hard to get a conversation started with someone. So these are kind of conversation starters in a sense, and it's also to kind of highlight some of the stuff you can do with it. So if we click on any of these, like make a plan, it will give us ideas here what we can ask. Now, we don't have to use these particular ideas, but we can click on any one of them to use it. But it gives us ideas of kind of what we can ask it to do. So let's make a plan to buy a new car. It says, I'd love to help you find a perfect car to start. What's your budget range for a new car? Are there any specific features you're looking for? Fuel efficiency, safety features, technology. Let's just say my budget is, make it $30,000 and hit enter. Great. With a budget of with a $30,000 budget, you have a lot of great options. Now let's narrow it down a bit. Fuel efficiency, safety, technology, performance. Let me know what stands out to you the most. Let's go with safety. And so then it starts to give me a list of the safest cars and their prices. And so I can ask it anything about a particular car, or I can add some things to it. So just like a regular conversation, you can ask it these different questions and such. So now it says to get smarter responses, upload files and images and more, you can log in. So let's restart the chat again, new chat. You'll also notice there's a voice mode, so we can use voice mode as well. If you don't see the voice mode icon here, you may be using the wrong web browser. I think Firefox does not have voice enabled for whatever reason, but like if you use Chrome or Microsoft Edge, and any browser that's based on Chrome, you should be able to use voice on it. So you'll notice it has this little icon here and the word voice because we're not logged in. This icon is going to look different when we log in. And so if we go to voice right now.
Hi, glad to meet you. I think we're going to do great work together. Where should we start?
This is kind of what it looks like right here. So let's back out on it. And so I'm going to log in next. And if you don't have a login, you can go to sign up and it will take you through the process of creating a login. So now I'm logged in, and you'll see there's a little icon up here indicating that we're logged in. If you actually click on this icon, it gives you a bunch of settings and different customizations on it. Over the left, it actually has some chats that I tried out, and this account isn't my regular account. This is an account that I set up that's a non-paid account so that I can show you what it's like to have the non-paid account. If we actually go over here and go to upgrade plan, it shows us the plans and it tells the difference between the different plans. So with the free plan, you can access GPT 4.0 mini, which is a small version, a simpler version of that. With the full chat version, or with the plus for $20 a month, you can get more models to use and more versions. You can use standard voice mode on it. Actually, I think you can actually use you can use standard mode on this. There's an advanced voice mode that's a little bit better on the plus. You get real-time data from the web with search now. Before it was limited to a couple of years ago from what it trained on. So everything you get in free is in plus, and then it has a bunch of extra features in it. But we're going to be still using free today, and so I'm going to close this down. So we're going to go back over here and click on ChatGPT, and this is a new chat right here. So I'm going to just go, I'm going to tell it to give me a list of things we can talk about. Gaming, tech tools, creative concepts. All right, so we'll list stuff here. What we can do is, I know what we can do. Right. And so, I'm going to ask it to, actually we should take this, copy it, and we should start a new chat on this. I'm going to tell it to, write an email saying I will be out the next 2 weeks. And so it's written a quick email stating this, but it's left in brackets things it wants me to fill out that I didn't tell it. And so I'm going to say the recipient is Dave, start date next Monday. So it fills it in. It says, hey, hi, Dave. 2 weeks starting next Monday. So add start date. And here it's given us, sometimes it will ask you which response you prefer. Here it's highlighted subject in March 18th. I'm going to just go with this one over here. And then it asks it wants you to put your name down here, so you can put your name in here. And so then it has alternate contact. And so I'm going to put an email there, and Betty is the contact. And so it's added that in. So you can go back and forth with it. It will change things. It will add things to it. It will sometimes ask you questions as well. So if we go back over here and click on ChatGPT, it says there's a little bubble right there that says new chat. We start over again. And this would be a new chat, a clean chat. It doesn't remember the last chat. But say we wanted to go back to the last chat. If you look over in the side over here, it says today, yesterday, previous 7 days, January. These are all chats that I've done before under this particular account. So it will save what you've done. So if we want to go back to the email we were working on, we can just click on here, and then it takes us back to the chat that we were working on, and we can go back and go through this chat, and we can continue to talk about this chat and refine the email even more if we wanted to later, if we wanted to go back and kind of start from where we left off. Now, I had mentioned before that you can do a voice chat on this. So let's go back and start a new chat. You can see the voice icon's a little different here. It doesn't have the word voice next to it because we're actually logged in. So what happens with this is we can click on use voice mode. And in the free mode, you can use the advanced voice mode for a short period of time. And so let's click on this to continue.
Hey there. I've got a really great feeling about us teaming up. How can I jump in and help?
So here you can change actually how the voice sounds on this.
Hey, what's up? Feel free to ask me about anything that's on your mind. I'm ready to go.
Hey, it's great to meet you. How's your day going?
Hi there. I just want to share how thrilled I am to work with you, and I can't.
Hey, it's great to.
Hey, what's up?
Hey there. I've got a really great feeling about us teaming up. How can I jump in and help?
So I'm going to use Juniper. I kind of like that voice. But you can mess around with any of these voices. Some of them have like British accents and stuff. So I'm going to start a new chat, and it will ask you if you want to let it use your mic, and so you're going to have to click on allow on that. If it asks you to allow, you might already have permissions for it. Hey, what's the weather like today in Richmond, Virginia?
Right now in Richmond, Virginia, it's cloudy and 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Today's forecast calls for clouds giving way to some sun, with a high of 63 degrees and a low of 45. Tomorrow, expect mostly cloudy skies and warmer temperatures, reaching a high of 77 degrees and a low of 64. On Sunday, anticipate cloudy and warm conditions with possible afternoon showers and a heady thunderstorm. Highs will be around 75 degrees and lows near 54.
Can you give me some suggestions of what I can do today?
Sure, here are a few suggestions for things you can do today. First, outdoor activities. Since it's a bit cloudy but not too cold, you could go for a walk or bike ride in a local park or take a leisurely stroll downtown. 2. Visit a museum or gallery. Explore some local culture by visiting a nearby museum or art. 3. Walk to the book. Find a cozy cafe and enjoy some quiet time with a good book or podcast. 4. Indoor exercise. If you prefer staying inside, try a home workout or some yoga to stay active. 5. Explore local shops. Check out any new or interesting local shops or boutiques in your area. Enjoy your day.
All right, so that was a quick conversation with ChatGPT. It gave me some general ideas. I could have asked it more specific ideas for Richmond or any other city that I wanted to be in that day. I asked it specifically for the weather in Richmond, just to ask it for something a little bit different. So that's how the chat works. So you can go back and forth with it and talk to it just like it was a regular person. It will answer you and give you some ideas. So that's a function you may want to experiment with on ChatGPT. And so that's kind of the basics of ChatGPT. The only other thing that I would show you is once you have an account and you're logged in, you can actually create images on ChatGPT. And so let's do a quick image prompt here. You use picture, which tells it that you want to draw a picture. Or you can just tell it to draw picture of a bike. So I asked it to create a picture of a man drawing or riding a bike, and here it is right now. So it's created this, and so this is another thing you can experiment with as well. It's a whole nother video how to do prompts on this because you can add more details. You can tell it to make it more realistic You can tell it to use a particular style of drawing in it. So we're going to change the scene to the city. And so that now he's writing in a city. And so you can experiment with that as well, but that's another functionality that the basic ChatGPT has as well. So those are kind of the basics of ChatGPT to get you started on messing around with it. There's a lot of other functionality in here that I'm not going to go into in this video. I've done other videos on ChatGPT with more than functionality as well. This I just kind of wanted to introduce people to AI, and ChatGPT is kind of a baseline of what you can look at. You can also use something called Copilot by Microsoft, which is really basically the ChatGPT engine with a different interface on top of it. So they're using the same model or the same neural network or LLM or whatever you want to call it. It's basically the same training data and database that creates ChatGPT is in Copilot.